Hi everyone. In this video we are going to focus on changing the subject of more complicated formulas whereby you will be seeing more than two variables. But don't worry, we will just treat other variables like numbers. But the two important variables are the initial variable, the subject, and the subject that we want to change. In this example, it is A. So let's look at this example in detail. We have two operations. One is plus, another one is multiply here. So let's look at the reverse BIDMAS. We have addition and we have multiplication. So we need to address the addition first. So our first step is to shift u to the other side. You write v minus u equals to at. And the next step, we have multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So you can write in this form. But usually at this stage we'll just swap. It's a good practice to keep the subject on the left hand side. So at the end the answer is a equals to v minus u over t. Alright, for the second example, this is rather familiar. This is Pythagoras theorem, whereby you have a right angle triangle, and according to Pythagoras theorem, the square of the base and the height is equals to the square of the hypotenuse. And we want to use this formula and change the subject to just one of the sides here, which is A for this question. Alright, so in this case, as we look at this, we have two operations. One is addition, another one is index. We have a power of 2. Alright, so the first step is to address the addition. So we shift b to the other side. We write c squared minus b squared equals to a squared. And the opposite of square is square root, so we can write a equals to square root of c squared minus b squared. So that's how we change the subject for this question. And usually we will use this to help us to calculate to find the base or the height. For the third example, we have the area of a circle. The formula is pi r squared. Pi is just a number, alright, we shall keep it as pi all the time. And we want to change the subject to r. So in this formula, we have two operations. One is multiplication, pi times r squared. Another one is square, whereby you have r squared. So we have multiplication and index. So we have to address the multiplication first. So step 1, we shift the pi, times pi becomes divided by pi. And then the reverse of square is square root. So r equals to square root of a over pi. And let's say if we have the area, we can find what is the radius. For the last example, this is a rather more complicated formula. This is actually the formula of the surface area of a cylinder. Let us understand this formula a little bit more. The first part is 2 pi r squared. It means there are two of the circle, so pi r squared times 2. And then this is the side of the cylinder. If we open it up, it is a rectangle. So this is the circumference, 2 pi r multiplied by the height. And hence the formula. And in this question, we want to change the subject to h. And although it's complicated, but it's actually just a two-step changing of subject. We just need to treat this as one term and another multiplication, 2 pi r times h, so another term. Right? So we have actually two operations, which is addition and multiplication. We have to address the addition first, so we move this to the left hand side. We write a minus 2 pi r squared, and this is actually just multiplication, so we can write h equals to a minus 2 pi r squared divided by 2 pi r. So that is the final answer for this example. So that's all for this video.